How's it going, everybody? My name is Kolosalus. Welcome back to another Heroes of the Storm video. I'm so excited. I just watched Fnatic win the Western Clash from the second phase of HGC. I'm so happy. I've watched every single one of their games. I've watched some of the other ones as well, of course, NA LoL and stuff like that. No, I actually do believe that NA is actually a quite promising region. I think they will put up a fight during the worldwide BlizzCon. But that's some time off away. But let's right now focus on our A through Z series. We land on, I think, staple of my tier list for warriors, for my own one. You know, not just a general one, not general power level, but I think just my own tier list. I think this guy comes out on top. Arthas has went through a second iteration of a rework. And he has some cool talents to play with, and honestly, depending on the enemy team, you are able to, I don't say adapt to any situation, but be very adaptable to a certain set of situations. He's really good at shutting down auto attackers, and he's really good at like really staying in the fight, just surviving, applying his slow, by the way, that's for his Frozen Tempest around them, and also his auto attack speed slow. I've tried to explain how everything works in the game. Of course, you guys remember that almost never happens, but I'm going to show you how to play him, hopefully show you how to build him, and hopefully I'm going to spark your imagination, so you guys can kind of theory craft some different builds and have fun with Arthas. And honestly, I'm not seeing him enough on the Hero League, so I'm expecting you guys to try him out. Right, boys and girls, we find ourselves on the Garden of Terror map. Look at this. Look at this. This just looks amazing. This skin, I think, is one of my favorite skins in the entire game for Arthas. The Chinese king. I don't even remember what it was, but this looks amazing. All right, so let's see the teams. So I think the enemy team is a little bit disadvantaged, but the Malthael is gonna just wreak havoc, especially me because I'm the highest health pool I think in the game. Yes, so he's gonna be very, very disgusting against me. They're not heavy on auto attack, so on slow attack and auto attack. So I think I'm like their auto attacks aren't heavy. Besides tug-of-war, so I think I'm still gonna go for the Frost Presence here, which is a questing talent for my W ability. So my Q is a very, very interesting ability. It allows me to, when I cast on myself, I heal myself, but when I cast on enemies, I will deal some damage. It's just a point and click ability, allowing me to do that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna walk into the silence from Stukov. Hi, Stukov. Would you like me to do some stuff to you or nah? It's like they're actually like. I'm gonna follow this up with the brute and keep going with my. There we go. I'm gonna keep going with my E. So again, my Q will deal damage when I press it on enemies, but when I press it myself, like right there, it's gonna actually give me a very. It's a sizable heal, and it actually scales up very nicely. Oh, I didn't get that stack. By the way, I'm stacking my W, which by the way. It's a root in an area. Let's move on for the body blocks. I hope I'm gonna get some heals. If not, I might get wrecked. Nice. The minions blocking the snipe for me, and I will be okay. I'm gonna tap here. Right. So let's go back to what it does. It's just that's it. RW again. It's a root in an area. It has a very sizable range, but it's very slow. Slow traveling, so you have to be very careful with how you target it. So you will see me lead down my skill shots a lot and stuff like that. The enemy team is coming for me, so what I'll do is just kind of rotate them. I saw them. I saw the Malthael, I saw this tug-of-war. I actually saw the Nova as well as her little shimmers. The enemy team is kind of making their way downtown, just like. Okay, very good silence here for scouting purposes. That talent is just broken still. The expanding area. I don't think we need to take DCs. That's okay. Alright, so it's gonna just deal some damage. It's not gonna slow them, it's just gonna brute them. But what's gonna slow them is my E. I can activate this to basically activate kind of like a storm effect around me. And what it's gonna do is just going to keep slowing people, dealing damage, and slowing attack speed of people who are basically right next to me. Not my friendlies, but here's a root. I know I'm gonna get burned, but I think I'm dead. No, I'm fine actually. I think we can re-engage here with the root. Maybe okay. There's a double one, and that's 2 stacks for my questing talent. But again, Malthael does a lot of damage. Arthas is a kind of a heavier tank, I want to say. So yeah, and he does a lot of damage. What do we want to do here actually? Definitely not attack speed, because I am going to get silenced and like just bounce around like a doll. So maybe we should. I'm really thinking about Death Lord. This gonna give me some self-survivability. Let's go for Frozen Waste this, you know? So here's the root. We're gonna try to kill off this Rexar. We're gonna be successful in doing so. Honestly, Arthas excels at going from lane to lane. What the oh, I think he saw Nova somewhere here. He excels at the roaming from lane to lane, getting kills, you know, getting some nice pressure onto the enemy team. Right, so again, my E will deal damage. Like you can see, I'm activating it. It's going to deal damage. It's going to slow people, and also decrease their attack speed up to a very, very sizable amount, up to a point where I'll be able to just keep up with them and almost render them almost useless to the enemy team. Very cool. And my D is my trait. Dude, I've been having so many funny stories with the D on the stream. It's pretty crazy. I think in last stream, me and the chat came up with the best pickup line ever. Basically, you go up to a girl and you say, "Yo, girl, I got that 25% armor D," and she's like, she's all yours after that. Oh, I hope Kriya watches this. All right. So you can see he's also pretty okay for clearing up waves. I'm gonna help our butcher here just so he doesn't get wrecked or renowned by the enemy team. We'll be able to clear this very easily. Alright, so my trait is called Frostmourne Hungers. Allows me to activate to basically immediately release an auto attack. So obviously you can punish them for this. So you can see I'm just staying next to him, and honestly that's already doing all the work, you know. I already doing my work by staying next to him, of course, auto attacking and just dealing the side damage, but that's all that matters, right? So it's gonna you can activate it to deal some damage immediately with your auto attack. So it makes sense to activate it after an auto attack to ignore the cooldown on the auto attack. I'm not sure if that actually makes sense for you guys, but I'm gonna go for Icebound Fortitude here, decreasing the damage that I take. For the duration, and also it's really good against CC, reducing the CC by like 75%. Yeah, it's really good. So 25 armor, so less damage, and also he doesn't want to have anything to do with that. And also a 75% reduction to the duration of any kind of stuns. That was a real one. I didn't throw up my root because I did not expect that to be the real one. Dude, the jukes are real in this game. Alright, my level 4 talent is a questing talent. I need to keep people in my Frozen Tempest, in my E, to for my slow to linger after they're out of my after they're out of my storm, you know. I'm gonna try to maybe wait for this Rexar. So I'm gonna go activate my Icebound Forage. You can see I'm getting pretty much like I'm getting crazy stacks over here. The enemy team is level 10, but I think we can still get the skill. I think we can still delete the Zul from the team fight. Oh my god, that's such a huge stun there. I'm gonna root him. I'm gonna die. Nah. Wait, we didn't get Zul? All of that effort. And we didn't get Zul? My life just feels mediocre now. I don't know what to do with this. There we go. Gotta be able to get some stacks. Right. So my level 4. If I get like 150 stacks, I will hit people with my hit enemy heroes, you can say, with my E. Basically, I'll keep them for a certain amount of time. I think they're getting like hit twice a second. So you know, it's not a bad quest to make. So basically, my slow is gonna linger afterwards for a very for like a 1.5 to 2 seconds. I don't actually remember what was the actual amount. I'm gonna show you guys in a second, but I definitely want to get this kill on this guy. All right, there we go. So he's dead. I don't remember. Damn. 1.5%. 1.5 seconds, sorry. Yeah, 1.5 seconds after. After they're out of it, they'll still be slowed, which is cool. I also have a quest for my W ability on level 1, which allows me to increase the range. It's basically like a 3-way. You know, it's this new breed, like the multi-level. You can say multi-level kind of quest where I have to hit heroes with my W, and the more heroes I hit, the more value I'm gonna get. I'm waiting for him to come in here. Very nice silence here actually from our Sylvanas. I'm gonna try to root those guys. I'm gonna get Malthael, but of course if he decides to go in, he actually went for last rites, which is all fine and dandy actually, boys. Let's defend against the ding dong, boys. The ding dong meaning the plant or whatever. Zo is actually a much bigger issue because he's at the top pushing for free. Right, so the ultimate we went for is called Army of the Dead. It allows me to spawn some ghouls. I'm actually super good against like just keeping objectives out. The polymorph is actually going to be huge against me here. But I believe there's a route. I'm not sure if that's going to matter. All right, we should probably stop chasing this. It's actually really bad for us. They split us up. That was actually a very good lurking arm by enemy Stick Up. It's gonna allow me to spawn these zombies that are basically gonna run around me, gonna fight for me. They're, you know, they're just normal minions, a little bit stronger, a little bit buffer minions. But what they're gonna be doing is I can also sacrifice them to heal myself. So you can see how he's just so annoying because he slows everybody and he just stays alive for such a long time with the Icebound Fortitude, with the healing, self-healing from the Death Coil, and also. I'm gonna be focusing here. I'm gonna actually activate my Icebound Fortitude here. I'm gonna try to kill this Rexar. This Rexar just got silenced. And it looks like we also finished our quest for the lingering slow. Awesome. We should now be roaming a lot. Like, our roam should be amazing. Again, he did not he didn't choose the what did he choose? Malthael. Yeah, he went for last rites. So indeed, he's gonna be a little bit worse when it comes to team fighting. But it looks like this Zo is gonna be taken out here. That's fine. I don't care about that damage, honestly. Oh my God! You just juked me, you ding dong. I didn't know he has Ice Block. Alright, whatever. We should have gone that Zo 100%. Looks like Sylvanas did get taken out though. Right, yeah. So it's a you know, you can see how he's super annoying in a team fight. You know, he just slows everybody. He makes he renders the auto attackers very unusable to the enemy team, and also just staying alive constantly. You know, is she draining the ammunition? What a ding dong. Alright, I need one more stack for my questing talent for my W. After that, I'm gonna actually explain what the rewards are after we finish up with the game. Level 13, I picked up the Shattered Armor talent, which again synergizes directly with a level 1 talent, kind of enhancing the damage that we deal to enemies who are caught into a root by, I think, 15%. So it's nothing huge, but again, just kind of helping with that roaming, helping with the late game fights, increasing the just buffing up the damage. Number one tip I have for people trying to get into Arthas is you have to control when you're using your E, right? The E is gonna be like the main part where you will be like draining your mana, which is your main resource, I would say, as a useful Arthas player. So you want to be controlling 100% when you have it activated and when you have it when you have to deactivate it to preserve mana. That's like number one key to playing effective, I would say. So I'm gonna walk in here, I'm gonna try to slow them, but looks like there was a very good mission stun. I'm gonna get slowed and I'm probably not gonna get anything done here, so I'm just gonna walk the hell out. Honestly, I don't really care about the Misha. Butcher's coming in now, so we might be able to do something. I'm gonna activate my Icebound Fortitude to take less damage. I'm gonna try to actually maybe get the kill on this guy as well. Guys, we need this kill right here. If we want to do anything about the enemy team, we want to get this kill, and it looks like we do. Butcher with a very nice engage is allowing us to get some good kills in this business. I did see the Malthael just using his E, so he's not gonna have it for a few more seconds. I'm actually silenced here, so there he goes. But he misses it on me, which I'm actually his main target right now. That silence is actually super annoying for us, so we want to get rid of it as fast as possible. There's another E. I'm gonna try to dodge it again. I don't want to give him any heals. Are we staying? Are we? Okay, looks like we want to leave, so I'm just gonna leave. But also with this, you can see like the main weakness of Arthas. Arthas, first of all, has mana problems. Second of all, he doesn't have engage, but also he doesn't have disengage up until level 20. He just kind of has to walk in and just control the team fight. If the enemy team just kind of like pushes him away or are just like way too fast. Oh, very nice juke, Kirino there. Looks like that's going. The last race is going to finish up the. I'm gonna actually activate my my ultimate here. I'm gonna try to stay alive as fast as possible. You can see how much damage I'm taking from the enemy Malthael here, and I'm gonna get silenced and rooted. Sorry, silenced and killed off because I don't know. I think I popped my death coil, but I don't think it was silenced midway, and I didn't heal for some reason. I don't know. We finished our level 1 talent though, so it's gonna allow us to dish out a little bit more CC. It looks like enemy treating us with the same thing that we treated them, kind of catching out Malfurion and kind of finishing him off, making it harder for us to win this video game. But again, you saw my my weakness. That's why I think Arthas is super strong with movement speed. I think we're super strong with Lucio. And also because of the passive healing from Lucio, I think he's also super strong with Medivh, because Medivh just gives him portals, and portals honestly are super good for your mobility. I can't go up here. I don't think. Yeah, no, this is not going to be kill. Although this Nova is actually super overextended. If we get a vision on her, we could potentially get a kill. That's a very nice follow-up route. I think that will be a kill on the enemy Nova. Very nice pick here by me and Malfurion. You can see the route coming into play, so clutch. Let's do this camp quickly. There's no reason in pushing the advantage at the moment. Honestly, okay, the objective just started. I was going to maybe go and try to invade their camps. Let's get this kill. We need to get this kill. I'm gonna activate my ultimate, all my abilities here. I'm gonna just try to stay in the middle of the team fight. You can see I'm slowing everybody. Nobody can do anything about me because I'm healing for so much. Of course, Malthael will be able to keep alive because he is just so survivable. But because of this, we will be able to, because we were just staying in there, slowing them, not allowing them to move away or disengage or even engage even further. It's just allowed us to grab so much value out of that team fight and grab basically a lot of seeds for our team-friendly team, securing us, I would say, at least 2 in a row. Oh god, there we go. I didn't fail on the camera. Securing us basically 2 terrors in a row. Let's focus on the objective now. Honestly, if this would be like a kind of more coordinated game, I would definitely advise going for like a keep here, or at least getting that middle fort. Just because by just grabbing the objective, we're kind of wasting our time. Okay, we can grab the fort, we can grab a keep, and then just move away and just do the objectives anyway. Maybe try 150. Dude, what does he mean by 158? Okay, so we have both. We have level 20. The enemy team is here. They honestly cannot defend this. I'm gonna try to lock down this this Malthael. He's gonna be polymorphed as well. I'm kind of stepping a little bit too far. I'm gonna get the healing from a friendly Malfurion, and we'll be able to move out eventually. Now Misha's moving in. I honestly don't give a rat's ass. At level 20, I did pick up Death's Advanced talent, which gives me passive movement speed, which again helps me with my problem, which is having like no engage or no disengage. And also I can activate it to gain some more movement speed, up to I think 30%. I'm gonna move in here. I'm gonna miss my route completely, but I'm gonna try to engage here on this enemy Rexar. Enemy Rexar is gonna get taken out. I'm gonna activate all of my abilities here because I am getting kind of bursted. Very nice use there by the enemy Malthael, but it's unfortunate for them. It's not going to secure them any kills. I was just shut down there. I wonder who decreased the healing I was getting. Oh, it is the Mortal Wind. So the enemy team getting level 20 actually decided them who won that fight. It's a 1-for-1. Very nice fight there from the friendly team. I don't think I received enough healing from the Malfurion, but I'm not gonna bitch about it. Someone, Murky, can you finish the bot keep? Getting that keep is gonna get huge. So looks like our friendly team. Oh god, Zul is actually closing in on our friendly Malfurion. Now he's gonna get engaged on by our friendly Butcher. Butcher is dealing a lot of damage, but now they should move back because actually Nova is flanking around. It looks like Malthael will not hit his E and will not be able to blink, and I think Malfurion will be fine with a move away. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we disengaged. We did some damage, but most importantly, we disengaged. Right, at level 16 we did pick up a talent which is not a questing talent or anything like that, but it's a stacking talent. Basically, whenever somebody stays in my E for a certain amount of time, they can get rooted. Not they can, they will get rooted basically. So this is just even further, basically giving me. Can we get this kill? Oh my lord! Can we? We just got that kill. For free pretty much. Guys, if I can get this root, I think we can. Oh, the root just misses. The root just missed. I'm gonna try to dodge that E because the E is where most of the damage is gonna come from. I'm gonna come here, try to root this Stukov in place. Oh, okay. Now I'm getting pressured, so I'm gonna activate my movement speed to get away from the fight, and I think we are okay. We did lose our Butcher in the process. Enemy Zul is still. That's the real one, by the way. I'm just saying. Alright, I'm gonna move down. Yeah, so that level 16 talent just gonna give it. Why people aren't taking globes? Guys, if globe is right next to you or just few stops away from you, it gives you passive healing, dude. There's no reason for you to not take it. Right, at this level, I don't have to worry that much about my mana, but of course I still kind of just spam everything on cooldown and just keep my E pretty much all the time. So you still need to be mindful of how you're using your stuff. But you can see, I'm pretty much keeping up my my E constantly, and the mana I'm getting. Oh, this could be a very big, huge kill against the Nova here. Not sure which is the real one. It looks like we are going to get maybe another one here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, looks like the range just wasn't enough there. Now we should close on this. Nova's dead. I know Nova is not a big team fighter, but we have advantage. Okay, it looks like the friendly team is not moving in. We have to make sure that the friendly team is moving in here. It looks like I will walk into, but I won't give him some value. He looks like he does get rooted. I'm gonna try to walk in, deal some damage. I'm gonna actually take a lot of value. Not a lot of value, a lot of damage. I'm gonna try to root them in place right here. A triple root lands, and we are now on a victory rush, I would say. Oh, a very big silence here. I'm gonna try to root a Malthael in place, going to keep him still, and maybe we'll see the root. There we go, there's the root from our level 16 talent, and we are able to grab ourselves 4 kills, and I think we can definitely, I don't even think, I know we can go core. I'm gonna activate my my movement speed here. Now here comes the root on the enemy Rexar. This might give us the kill that we need, and this is going to be good game. I'm so happy with this with how this recording went, dudes. Holy moly. I am so happy. Alright, I'm gonna activate my F here, just activate everything that we burst down the core, and we are able to finish up this game for you guys, so you guys can have an amazing game to watch with, I think, quite a good commentary. I think I'm getting better and better as I'm actually getting practice while I stream, a little bit at least. I would imagine. I know that the talents I explained are a little bit all over the place, but hopefully the rundown at the end. What? Okay, I'm gonna give him that. I'm gonna give him the healing, but you can see I'm the trapper. I can root people. But hopefully, again, the rundown at the end will kind of even out what I messed up during the game. So let's see what we got in the loot chest. Kind of like a bonus. 2 rares, that's not bad. That ain't bad, but everything is a duplicate, so we're gonna reroll. You guys are getting the bonus, dudes. You're seeing me open some loot boxes and stuff. All duplicates. Okay, let's reroll again. We got 20k. We got enough for the release. Oh, an Arthas skin, which I already have, but at least something is not a duplicate, and we have a lot of shards, so I'll take that all day. Right. So Arthas Menafale. Very, very. I think he's honestly underused in the competitive meta right now. I feel like he struggles. He sure struggles with teams who are very good at disengaging. So like I would say he's pretty bad against a gust, because first of all, somebody can gust him in, and the only way he gets out is by walking out and trying to survive. And he also is pretty bad against Stukov, because Stukov pushes him out. And the truth is, Arthas just needs to walk in again. So again, his main weakness being that your mana management, and your number one weakness is just you not being able to engage or disengage very, very well. Of course, once you go in, once you walk in, let's confirm that, because there's no other way. Actually, this is going to change with Garage, but I'll explain that in a second. Once you walk in, you start applying your trait, then everybody in the enemy team is at a disadvantage because they're getting slowed, their auto attack speed is getting slowed, and you're just automatically at an advantage. And then when you stay there for 5, 10, 15 seconds, even 20 sometimes in those prolonged fights, the damage is starting to hurt, and also everything, all of your boots, all of your CC that you're applying is just starting to just stock up and honestly just hurt like a mofo. So it's a super fun playstyle for me. I'm not sure why, but I used to hate Arthas, but now I love him. It's just the slow itself. You can keep somebody still, not still, but like moving slowly next to you. There are so many characters that are weak to him, like Alarak, not Alarak, but Ragnarus. Just characters who don't have mobility spells, just get countered by his counter movement speed from his E. It's so satisfying to cut somebody off, especially in the lower tiers, because of course in the lower tiers people overextend all the time. But anyway, let's get into the build itself. I do gotta mention that your D, of course, will give you a bigger damage on your auto attack, and also is gonna give you some mana back. So try to get that on cooldown, even if it's on the minion. Don't save this for heroes. Use it on the minion to just to get that mana back and get some additional damage, some additional wave clear. Right. So the talent build is honestly level 1. It all depends if there are some auto attackers on the enemy team. If the enemy team has some hard-hitting auto attackers like Stukov, like Illidan, like Lunara, like Vala, just people like that overall, you want to pick up the Frost Presence. You want to pick up the Rhyme talent, which is a little bit better version of... Actually, it's not better. It's just a little bit, I would say, more flexible version of a block. It's a 60% physical armor for every 5 seconds. So... every 5 seconds. Okay, so it gives you a 3 stacks, so you can block up to 3 basic attack. No block. I block them and take only 40% damage of them. So again, if they have a hard hitting like a Zul'jin, Again, Stukov, Illidan, kind of those things. But if they have something like a Lucio or Diva or Tracer who can burn away your stacks very, very easily, because they have fast attack and auto attacks that you cannot slow down, I would either not pick Arthas at all or just pick Frost Presence. I think Frost Presence is an overall better talent just because it gives you so much CC and like it increases your range to be something ridiculous, like where you can actually engage because you get a root and then you just keep walking towards the target. It's like a living bomb, you know. You root them and they're there waiting for you to embrace them with your cold embrace, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so again, after hitting 5 heroes, your cooldown is reduced, so amazing. After rooting 10 heroes, your blast range is increased by 30%, amazing. And then after rooting 20 heroes, the Howling Blast also roots enemies in its path, which, by the way, all 3 of these rewards used to be talents before the rework. So it's cool to see Blizzard implementing all talents into kind of like this new questing structure. So very, very good talent. If you're actually taking the effort to stack it, you can stack it pretty easily. Level 4, I did go for Frozen Wastes, but I do believe if you're going for like a self-sustaining build, you can definitely go for Death Lord. Maybe I will cover it once I finish the A3Z series, who knows. Frozen Wastes is my way to go. This is huge because it reduces the cost of keeping up your E, which obviously is huge for your mana, but also it gives you a lingering slow after. So if somebody is, I don't know, you slowed somebody for a few seconds and they're slowed to maximum 40%, which is the maximum slow you can get on your E, I do believe. Is that it? 40% movement speed does 40%, and also attack speed is 40%. Cool. Then they will be slowed for that 40. Like if you didn't have this quest, they would just like, as soon as they're out of it, they can just walk away. But just because you stacked it, they will remain slowed for additional 1.5 seconds after they're out of the zone, where you can still like walk them in, and they will be basically the duration will be refreshed, and they'll be back into the madness of your slows. Level 7, I did go for Icebound Fortitude. I believe this is the best talent. I like the design of the rune tap, and with the icy Tuluins, but it's just it's very, very counterable, right? Like any kind of stun, any kind of silence is not silence, but stun, root, any kind of CC or blind is just gonna wreck you. So I like the staple of Icebound Fortitude with the Frozen Waste, of course. If you're going for the Q build, going for Immortal Coil with the bigger heal, and also being able to always heal from it, even if you poke at the enemy team. But again, Frozen Wastes, then you go for Icebound Fortitude, then at level 10. Army of the Dead is going to be your choice 90% of the time, but if you need some more push, as in like disabling structures, but you don't have Sylvanas on a 2-lane map, most preferably, maybe like a Hanamura, or maybe something like Brax's Holdout, you might pick up Sandragosa. Sandragosa will also disable enemies and enemy minions and structures for 20 seconds, which is, it's kind of effect of a Sylvanas, but it also will deal damage to the enemy heroes and also is going to slow them. So again, it could be used, as a sieging tool, kind of maybe, let's say, kind of walking right into a fort and kind of just taking the fight over, even though you're fighting under a fort because it's disabled and stuff like that. So a very, very good heroic, but 90% of the time you will want the survivability that you get from the ghouls from the Army of the Dead. On level 13, we did go for Shattered Armor, obviously going with our Frost Presence. People who are caught in... What's good about this talent? People who are caught into your W, into your Brute, take additional damage for 4 seconds. 4 seconds. That's a long time in the MOBA like Heroes of the Storm. So I think this is just really good. I did not really go with these two. I believe this is the same iteration as it was before. I think this used to be on a different talent though. We might try to go for a D-build at some point. I don't know. It sounds interesting, but I'm not sure how it's going to work out. We might try it out. We might theorycraft in some video. If you guys want this, let me know. I need to finish up this video. This is getting long. Right, so Shattered Armor. Then we go for Remorseless Winter, giving us the brute. This was actually nerfed because it used to be 1.75 seconds brute. It was just crazy. Everybody took this talent, but now it's competitive, but it's still really good. But they have to stay in your Frozen Tempest for 3 seconds, which isn't hard if they don't have any any displacement spells. And level 20, honestly, it's really up to you. Legion of Northrend is the way to go. I like to go Death Advance because it kind of doesn't alleviate, but it helps me with the lack of my engage and disengage, again, the movement speed. Anti-magic shell is definitely a way to go if you're going against a heavy magic team, heavy ability damage team. Maybe it was actually good in this sense because maybe I could have just for 3 seconds just get rid of the damage that Malthael was doing to me and just kind of not care about it, just stay in there and just survive even longer. But I opted against it. I think it's okay. What it does, it just makes you completely immune to spell damage, and you will also heal after the 3 seconds for the 25% of the damage you have prevented, the actual spell damage. So that's actually pretty cool. But I like the Death Advance, and Legion of Northrend a little better. Absolute Zero is a very situational talent, and I would advise you not to take it, even if you took Synergosa. Only in a very highly competitive games where you know you will follow up on the roots and the slows and everything. So this is Arthas, my favorite tank in the game at the moment. And also I was going to tell you guys the secret with the Garrosh. Garrosh is going to be really good with Arthas because you will be able to throw, as Garrosh, you'll be able to throw Arthas into the enemy team. So he's going to get like a passive engage just from you playing Garrosh. So it's actually pretty good. I'm actually excited for Arthas, where he's gonna be after the Garrosh release. I'm actually happy with where he is right now. I just feel like he's a little bit underappreciated. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Come check out my stream. If you enjoyed, slap that like rating. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. There's much more coming. And yeah, just tell me what I did wrong, if I did anything wrong, and I'll see you guys in the next one.